If you're a petrol retailer and Amazon were to enter your turf, what happens next? A question posed by IBM iX, and the answer? Whatever. But you know the reality, Amazon has bought a petrol company, and there could be a time when it is delivered directly to you in your car. So for all those businesses that are not looking to do transformation right now, tomorrow is too late. And that is the initiative that the Drum is launching in association with IBM iX. Hi, my name is Sonoo. I'm here from the Drum at IBM Studios. The Drum, in association with IBM iX, are launching Tomorrow is Too Late initiative. And here with me, I have Debbie from IBM iX to talk a little bit about the initiative itself. Thanks for being here, Debbie. Hi.
My pleasure. So Tomorrow is Too Late is all about the disruption that's facing all of the industries today. There isn't a single industry that we have out there that isn't being affected by huge changes, right? While most of the clients that I work with and most of the companies out there understand that there's massive change happening, most of them think it's tomorrow's problem, it's somebody else's problem. And this initiative is to try and bring to the surface that that's too late.
So we have to talk about digital transformation, because really that's what we're talking about here. Everyone is using the term all the time.
All the time.
One size fits all is not what's happening.
No.
What is it that we're talking about when we talk transformation?
Digital transformation brings a whole new way of working, as well as a new set of products and propositions that they take to the market. And it depends a lot on the company. Some will want to go out there and be brave and be first and test it and are prepared to fail. Some of them will want to see how the market develops and understand that that means they're not going to be in a market leading position. And some of them are just not ready to do either of those things. So you have to adapt the conversation and the level of change to the client.
You talk about adaptability, risks, failure, bravery. Do you think there's a certain kind of leadership, certain kind of skills that's required?
To do all those things?
Yes.
Definitely. And I think, I guess, the biggest thing I would say, you need to be open to those things, right? And open to the fact that the world is different now from even 2 years ago, never mind 10 years ago. So it's easy to say we need to be comfortable with failure, for example, right? But actually being comfortable with failure is very different. And if you're not scared of that, then you're not being brave. If you're not scared of it, then you won't necessarily think about the organisation you need to have. How do you make sure that when you do fail, because everybody will to some greater or lesser extent, how do you learn from that failure, and how do you take the lessons, and how do you put that insight into the next iteration of the product or the organisation or whatever you're trying to do? So you can't just embrace failure. That's slightly chaotic. You have to do it with purpose, and you have to set yourselves up to learn from that and kind of cut through that.
So we have to talk about the word innovation here.
Yes.
Because everything, new technologies for instance, everything seems to be badged as being innovative, and I just wonder whether we're missing the whole point. What are we really talking about, or should be talking about?
Digital transformation or reinvention, innovation, creativity, they're words that are kind of chucked around all over the place, and they mean different things to different people, and if I'm honest, there probably isn't a right or a wrong, because it can be applied in those different contexts. To me, creativity is about working with an undefined problem almost, right? Or an undefined opportunity, and you get to really sort of stretch your legs and start to think about how might we tackle this problem completely differently. Innovation for me is really about, you've got a defined problem statement, and you're going to follow probably a more structured method to innovate, to come up with some ideas and solutions to their problems.
I suppose once you've realised that kind of sort of distinction between creativity and being innovative, the next big challenge is, how do you scale all of this?
Yeah, well, and
that's
the secret sauce, isn't it? That everybody would like to know, how not to have an innovation shop on the side of their company, but actually pervasive across their entire ecosystem and their entire enterprise. And there are not very many companies that have been successful at driving innovation and that kind of creativity across their entire enterprise. It requires a need for change, typically, for the organisation itself, whether that's coming from internally or from the market pressures. I think it requires a real appetite from the senior executives of the company that they want to make this change more pervasive. But then it requires an enormous amount of evangelistic behaviour from the people who are starting to do it, right? That will beat the drum, will drive it across the enterprise, will make people passionate about it.
What are your ambitions, Debbie, for the initiative?
Really, I want to create discussion. I want to create a dialogue across the industries with clients that said, you can't wait for tomorrow, you really can't. Not very long ago, talking to a petrol retailer about, what are you going to do when Amazon starts delivering petrol? And they were like, it's just, it's never going to happen. Well, it is happening. Amazon have bought a company that will deliver petrol to your car, in your car. Tomorrow's too late. If you wait for it to happen, you've missed the boat. And I want to create a dialogue that creates some energy and some enthusiasm and ultimately some fellow ambassadors to get on with it.